Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Mai. Int Mai is a sub EZA. They did a pretty good thing too. She sub EZAs with the medals from the Trunks EZA event. But they created missions that give you the medals just by doing Trunks' EZA, which is really good. We're going to go ahead and give our baby girl here a sticker-rooski. I think definitely worth it because I think she is very good. Int Mai, well, her sticker's not exactly crazy, but Int Mai as a sub-EZA character, I think that they pretty much did a perfect job. I mean, there's, like, particular, like, little tiny things they could change around or whatever, not a big deal. If this is what they give us as a sub-EZA, this is kick-ass. Now, the funny thing about Int Mai, let's go to my box here. So here's my box. Let's sort by acquired. I believe Int Mai, we're gonna double check this. I believe she's the second SSR I pulled. If I remember correctly, this stream is still up, by the way. It's still up on it's like in my Dokkan playlist. It's like the first JP video in there. I re-rolled LR Goku Black and Zamasu. Then I did a stream, and I, did many streams building the account up. This is the same account. I've only ever had one JP account. I started playing JP, and I'm on the same exact account. And I did a multi, I think, at the end of that stream, and it was Int Mai I pulled. Let's see, free to play, free to play, free to play, free to play, free to play. Yeah, Int Mai is the second summonable character on my box. Right, you can see that? Because, all those guys are all free to play down there. This guy still needs a Dokkan Awakening, by the way, huh? So we could definitely get one for him. Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and jump into a fight and see how effective sub-EZA Int Mai is. I do think that this is a pretty solid character. Alright guys, we are here now in an event. Let's just quickly go over everything that Int Mai does. Again, I think for a sub-EZA level character, I think they nailed it. I mean, remember in your mind, I could just go to the superhero category to show this, right? Keep in mind, when we're talking about this, right? Think about, where are they? These guys right here. Think about this guy's sub-EZA. Think about this guy's sub-EZA, right? When we're talking about Int Mai here. So, for starters, let's see. So, Mai's Link set here. She has Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Dismal Future, Courage, and Fierce Battle. Let me take a look at Courage real quick. Courage is a pretty shitty Link because of the characters that have it. This is 2-key, 10% attack, right? Like, yeah, the new Mai has this as well, STR Mai. So, Mai characters get Courage. Does the Trunks and Mai, the Super Saiyan? Yeah, they do also have that. Yeah, they do. That's very interesting. Okay. But, this Link, for the most part, is going to be pretty pointless unless you're running, like, one of the Trunks and Mai characters. This Trunks and Mai could be interesting with an EZA. I don't know how they're going to handle this character, by the way, because I've mentioned this several times, but they have yet to EZA a character that awakens with Dokkan Fest LR medals. Right, so, like, the physical Gohan from the Broly movie that came out with Gohan and Goten, this Trunks and Mai, the Bardock and Gine character, the AGL Cell Jr., the Android 16, none of those characters have EZA'd yet, so I'm not really too sure. I assume they're probably just going to give them their own EZA event, but, we'll see what they're going to do, right? But Courage, for the most part, is a pretty pointless Link on Mai, I would say. Weapon Super Attack character, beautiful, so we'll get closer to that title here. So Mai gets 30% defense for one turn, supreme damage, high chance to stun. Stun, of course, can be good for Super Battle Road and Battlefield content. Mai gets 120% defense at the start of turn, 80% attack when attacking. Now, Time Traveler category ally 2-key, 40% attack and defense. Bro, we just take a look. This is one of the strongest categories, but it's just, it's kind of like aimless. Like, we have real power on it. Well, I guess I don't know. It's definitely not one of the strongest categories, but it can easily get to be one of the strongest categories. You have such, like, this would be a great leader skill on some character. Like, I don't know, like, if we get a Carnival LR Rose for part 2, and, like, he's at 200% of Time Travelers, like, that would be nutty. Right? Remember, a lot of the Heroes characters are on there as well. So, Mai has that. Mai then gets an additional 1-key and 10% attack and defense for superclass characters. So, like, on this rotation right here, Mai is giving 50% support and 3-key to the entire rotation, which is super good. Mai also has a high chance to stun the attacked enemy. And then when an enemy is hit by Mai's super attack, she gets a 70% chance to dodge. I do think that that's balanced fine. Now, again, is that true where it's specifically an enemy hit by her super attack? Let me pull up the Thieving 6 wiki and take a look. Yeah, it's specifically a character that's hit by Mai's super attack. So if we're fighting multiple enemies, she would probably only be able to dodge against one character. I don't have a problem with this, though. This does keep Mai from being super good against, say, like Omega Shenron or Sin, right? With their AoE normals potentially in slot 1, Mai wouldn't be able to dodge. But, like, if Mai is very good because she's a 50% support unit with a 70% chance to dodge. If they're going to make the dodge conditional, I have no problem with that whatsoever, because it still gives Mai a clear, crystal purpose in fights. Like, you know, we're fighting, you know, this is a new red zone stage right here against the future androids, right? Mai is giving 50% support, and she's got the chance to dodge. Like, it just works out perfect, right? And then finally, Mai gets an additional 80% defense when attacking, and a scouter under 70% HP if there's a future saga category enemy. So let's get going. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Mai is going to be able to put up for us. I do not want to put Trunks and Mai in slot 1. We're not doing that. No way. Alright. Yeah, let's see what Mai does. Mai could get cooked right here. She is a dodge or die character. Oh, I didn't really show her build, did I? In terms of builds, we have 3 additional, 3 crit, and then we have 30 dodge. I mean, very clearly, Mai is, again, a dodge or die character. I guess against a future category enemy, though, she is going to get 80% defense when she attacks. So, and then 30% defense from her super attack effect as well. So we should definitely keep in mind those two things. But all in all, I would say that Mai is certainly a really good sub-EZA character, right? Like, you know, having a strong support that's going to have that chance to dodge is great. And then again, we also give her that extra 30 dodge in the potential system. And then she's, you know, looking to be quite a bit better. I could see myself using this character quite a bit. 3 million. Certainly not too crazy, but again, she's giving the huge support. There we go. Dodge the super attack. And then she did double-digit tank the normal right there. But, I mean, yeah, perfect. Dodge the super and then tank that normal. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. Alrighty, there we go. There's Int Mai. As you guys can see, she's pretty good. I do like this Int Mai character quite a bit. Let's have we'll get them a stack right there, and then we have Bulma right here as well. So now we'll have Bulma support up for Int Mai also. I mean, that's the thing about this team. I see so much discussion about this Goku and Vegeta character, and it's like, man, listen, like, I mean, I get that it sucks, that it's very difficult to transform with them, but, I mean, guys, it's just such a comfortable team, because we have Bulma on it. Like, so many powerful characters are getting 200% leader skills, or, you know, at least 170% leader skills from this, and then we also can run Bulma. Bulma is going to make it to where every single character in the game is just going to perform a lot better, right? Like, it's just simply going to work out that, it's simply going to be that simple. How about I say that? Alright, so Mai, which is Goku and Vegeta, she only has Fierce Battle up, 188k defense right there, so when Mai double-digit tanked that normal, I mean, we do want to keep in mind, you know, we had, like, Cold Judgment up and stuff like that, so I guess we should keep that in mind. But I do think that this Mai is pretty good. I see myself using her. I mean, you know, if the next, I mean, difficult, like, red zone fight, I mean, depending upon what it is, I could see myself using Mai. I mean, obviously, you don't want to use Mai in, like, a fight where dodge is canceled, like Red Zone Broly. You wouldn't want to use Mai against a boss that has, like, a potential AoE attacks, right? So, again, Broly, again, with his AoE super attack. The Sin and Omega fights with their AoE normals, right? We would want to keep Mai away from those types of bosses. But I like this. I mean, they gave us a nice option. What team? So Future Saga team for sure. Superheroes. She's on a lot of categories, but I mean, you could just run her though. Like, let's say we're doing Earthling Extreme Super Battle Road. I would run this Mai with her you know, 50% chance to stun from super attack effect, her 50% chance to stun from her passive, and then 70% dodge. I mean, maybe in a super battle road stage, it could be a little bit tricky because she does have to actually super the enemy in order to start dodging them. But you guys see my point, right? Like, this is a character that I do think we could get a lot of value out of. Let's just take a look at her categories real fast. So, Mai, yeah, let's take a look what we got right here. So, Mai is on Peppy Gals, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Revenge, Earthling, Battle of Wits, Connected Hope, Earthbred Fighters, Superheroes, and then Power Wishes. Those are the teams she's on. Now, she is a Time Traveler support unit, true, so typically we're going to want to run her if she's going to be able to take advantage of that Time Traveler support, but at the same time, a 70% chance to dodge character is really good. And preferably, if it's a dodge or die character, which I think a lot of times Mai probably is going to be a dodge or die character. Her defense next to Trunks and Mai is a little bit better, right? Because, you know, we had like Cold Judgment up and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, to be fair, that was Mai double-digit tanking that future Android 18. That was, she had no support up, right? But I would imagine like it's Mai is going to be cooking pretty much only if she is actually getting the dodges for us, right? Like we don't want to put Mai in front of 50 million attacks. Like she's a floating support type character, but they gave us something that can actually contribute on a powerful team, which I think is really good. Because you look at a lot of the sub EZAs we've gotten over the last year, sub EZAs very rarely are even decent, right? Like I would consider like Tech God Goku, like even he is like a main EZA character, but I mean he's essentially like a sub EZA sort of. I mean, I don't know. I should probably make a distinguish even that, because like the Dokkan Fest like major EZA characters sometimes are put on a very good level, right? I mean, look at AGL Fusion Zamasu. Like Tech God Goku was a very, very strong kind of like EZA character of just like a banner unit, but a lot of times those types of characters aren't really too crazy, right? Alright, so we still only are gonna have Fierce Battle up. Should we put Mai just in harm's way right here and kind of see what she's able to cook up? I mean, 70% chance to dodge. Let's see what she does. I mean, typically, of course, you know, in like a fight like this, like I'm not running Mai. Like I would risk run Mai in the middle slot, right? STR Mai hopefully does not fumble for us either. Remember that STR Mai would need to double super attack. This is a nice turn though, because we have STR Mai support up and we have Bulma support up for Int Mai. She got the crit, okay, sure. There's super attack. We do need to dodge this. Yup, perfect. Yup, Mai showing future Gohan what he needed to do. W, yes! That full dodge build comes in way too clutch, man. Yeah, there's Int Mai. I mean, she's an effective character. They did a good job. I mean, I don't think that we see like this Int Mai and we should, you know, our expectations should be like, oh, they've finally realized about sub EZAs, like how to make them good and stuff like that. Like I would imagine we're gonna be getting a lot of stinkers upcoming, right? So definitely do not get that twisted. But at least for this Int Mai, they gave us a nice little option right here. And I mean, you know, she's like an Earthling character that can help some of these Earthling teams, so I'm not really too upset about that. All right, there's STR Mai, not double super ring. Thank you, girl. Although that does give us this. I guess we could just fire off a couple of active skills right here. 30, 40. Oh, we're under 50%. Yeah, let's do triple active skills. And then I think we will, I guess we'll just finish the run, right? Whatever, we're having fun. We'll finish this run off right here.
Vegeta! 1時間耐えてやる。俺はベジータとカカロットの合体ベジットだ。そしてこれがベジットブレどうした？俺のスピードにはついてこられないか。たまにやがれ！ 俺は諦めない。絶対に。この通りだトランクス。俺の力よ、この世界の人間の盾になれ。みんなの願いをこの一撃に込める。サイヤ人、人間の底力を侮るなよ。食らえギャリンクホー。
Oh, we didn't get to hear Trunks, Yatana. Hi! No, my favorite part. No. It doesn't matter. I mean, we won anyway. No, my favorite part stolen from me. Well, Vegito Blue will just go ahead and finish this fight off again, like we said. Yeah, so here was the INT MAI sub-EZA showcase. Again, she's pretty good. I do think that INT MAI is a W character. So let me know what you guys think about INT MAI. Make sure you guys get her grinded up. Hopefully they do continue those missions, by the way, right? So what they did was they created a set of missions, just beat, stage 30 of Trunks' EZA, and you got enough medals to EZA INT MAI. I think that is something that could be good. I mean, it does respect players' time, I suppose, right? People, they don't have to actually grind her up. They could just, do the main EZA, and then they could actually just test the character out, which I think is pretty good. So there we go. Get cooked. INT MAI helped. I mean, she dodged super attack. She gave us tons of support. Yep, nice. Well done. All right, this is Power to Overcome Adversity. My Future. Her leader skill is Time Traveler category key 3 and 130% of stats, or INT type key 3 and 90% of stats. Her super attack is the Flash Grenade, which raises defense by 30% for 1 turn, does supreme damage, and then has a high chance to stun the enemy as well. 50% chance to stun, definitely a W for sure. Her passive skill is Survival Tactics. She gets 120% defense at the start of turn, 80% attack when attacking. She gives Time Traveler category allies 2 key 40% attack and defense. Then the additional 1 key and 10% attack and defense for superclass characters. Then she has a high chance to stun the attacked enemy. Now that would be a 1-turn stun. So her super attack effect is a 2-turn stun. Her passive stun would only last for that specific turn, right? You do want to keep in mind that. Then characters that are hit by Mai's super attack, Mai has a 70% chance to dodge their attacks. I don't have an issue with the dodge being conditional like this. It's a sub-EZA character, right? Like, it's much better they do this than they just give them some, like, oh, Mai gets, an extra 100% defense when super attacking or something like that. Like, it would be shit, right? Like, giving sub-EZA level characters some of these strong abilities, but then heavily gating them, I think is a good way to make these units useful, but not, on the level of, like, the, Dokkan Festellars and stuff like that. Like, they could give out guard and dodge and scouters and support and stuff like that to free-to-play characters and sub-EZA characters and make them relevant just with, like, fair conditions. I don't think that there's an issue with that. Then Mai gets 80% defense when attacking, and she also gets a scouter if HP is 70% or less against a Future Saga enemy. I mean, that would be pretty, barely anywhere we could be able to use that. But, that could be useful in the Dismal Future Red Zone. We have 2 Red Zone stages against a Future Saga enemy. Remember, First Form Cell is not on Future Saga, but Rose and the Future Androids, of course, are. Mai's Link set is Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, Cool Judgment, Solid Support, Dismal Future, Courage, and Fierce Battle. 12 key multipliers, 140%, typical number. And then again, Mai is on several category teams. Getting this type of character is a nice addition to a lot of these teams. A supporting, dodging, stunning character. Like, you could use Mai in Super Battle Road stages. So here's Peppy Gals. Quite a few additions to Peppy Gals over the last month, which is good. Mai is also over here on the Future Saga category team as well, sure. Then Mai is on the Time Traveler team. We'll definitely go ahead and take that. Then Mai is on the Revenge category team as well. Then Mai is on the Earthling team. Earthling's another team that's gotten a lot of help recently, which is good. Mai is also on the Battle of Wits team. So, she is on that 200% team, or potentially able to be using, like, Orange Pickles, leader skill, stuff like that. Mai is also on Connected Hope. By the way, it is very weird to me. It's very strange that, what's his name is not on Connected Hope. The one character, Sword of Hope, Trunks. None of the Sword of Hope characters are on Connected Hope, which is very weird. Then Mai is also on Earthbred Fighters. Again, probably the best category in the game, probably. Mai is also on the Superheroes category. Sure, we'll definitely take that. That's a W. And then finally, Mai is on the Power of Wishes category. So, let me know what you guys think of this sub EZA INT Mai. I think that she's a damn good character. This is a great sub EZA. They did a really good job with her. This is about as good as we could expect from this type of character. They gave her exactly what she needed to be competitive, though, which is awesome.